5 patterns to break a low block. I use 1-4-3-3 against 1-4-4-2 as an example, but you can use the same ideas with any formation. First pattern, half space overload. Here you want to create 1-against-2 overload against the opposing fullback. So we are talking about the upper half space, and in this example I use the attacking midfielder to create the overload. So we want to position our number 8 just around between the center back, fullback, winger and central midfielder. To make this work, you also need your winger to stay up high. You need your striker close to center back, because if the striker is here, the opposing number 4 can easily mark number 8. You want your striker close here, maybe a fullback a bit higher. So number 11 needs to also mark the fullback, and maybe number 10 pushing a bit up to create additional threat. Because now the opposing midfielder can't just follow number 8, because that will open the passing lane in the middle. Of course, number 6 can slide like this, but most likely they won't mark all the way there. So the area might be smaller, but it usually is there. And what we want, we try to play the ball in the half space, making 2-against-1 against the opposing fullback. Here you can choose to play the ball inside the box or play the ball wide. So number 7 can either make a deep run or receive front foot and dribble and cross. Simple pattern, difficult to defend. Pattern 2. Cutback zone. Let's remove these drawings and we try to create a situation where we can play the ball inside the box around the cutback area. So let's put the defenders back like this. Yes, and our players like this. Okay, again, we start here. And you can do this multiple ways. I just give an example. First of all, cutback zone. We want the ball somewhere around here. Left or right side, doesn't matter. Cutback zone, so not too close to goalkeeper and not too close to corner flag. Inside the box, near the end line. A simple way to get there is first to get the ball wide. You can do it in multiple ways, but somehow you either push your fullback up, maybe number 7 is inside, and you get the ball there, or your winger is wide and you somehow progress the ball around this area. Doesn't really matter if it's fullback or winger. What usually happens here is that the fullback steps up a bit, other players shift, but as we are close to penalty box, defenders want to keep attackers out of the penalty box, so the line is usually here. And here the red team is shifting. Now here the simplest pass you can do is playing the ball to the cutback zone. And you can do deep run, either number 8, number 9 or even number 10 can make the run. And of course from there you want to make cutback pass in front of the goal and score. If you get the ball around this area, right or left side, this option is basically always open, yet very few teams utilize it often enough. It's a great pass, it goes behind the defending line, it's far away enough from the goalkeeper, it's difficult to defend. And even if the defending team gets the ball first, they're in difficult position to continue the play, so you can apply immediate pressure and maybe win the ball back again. Pattern 3, switching play. Again, let's remove these drawings and create a situation for switching play. Of course, this requires players to have some kicking technique and power, so maybe players under 14 and older. Let's put our players back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8, 11, 9, 10. 11 striker there. So switching the play. Low block again, and what we want is that we want to circulate the ball right side, left side, maybe going here, and of course if you have opportunity to play to number 7 and progress from there, do it. But sometimes when the opponent is sliding this way, you want to keep at least one player. It can be the winger or it can be a fullback. Let's use a fullback as an example here. So your right fullback has the ball here, the opponent is sliding this way, and maybe your winger is also creating overload. There you have your half space, there you have your winger, there you can utilize the first two options, but you leave your left fullback wide, and what you can do, you can switch the play like Tony Cruz, bam, here, and now you got 1-against-1 against the opposing fullback, and you can either shift outside and cross, or you can try to combine maybe with your winger and try to get in the cutback zone, or you can even go 1-against-1, shift and try to shoot. As said, you need a bit more quality and technique to be able to execute this, but it's very effective after you do. Pattern 4, lobbed pass. Let's remove this switch play and create situation for lobbed pass. Again, something that not many teams and players utilize enough. Some do pretty well, but a simple setup and actually not that difficult to execute. Again, block, low block here, something like this, and our players like this. Okay, so a common situation with low block is that your central defender has the ball around this area and you are circulating, maybe you're looking for winger, you're looking the half space, you're looking switch play, whatever. But sometimes a simple lobbed pass inside the penalty box, not in the middle, but around the corners. So these areas here. And you can do it in both sides. Your right fullback can lob it there, or he can lob it there. So like a chipped pass, many times you surprise defenders because it's not what they are used to. So, and you have multiple players who can make the run around these areas. For example, your number 9 can come inside and ask for the ball, and your number 8 can make the deep run, or your number 7 can make the deep run, or even your number 10 can make the deep run around that area. Also, for example, your number 7 is coming inside, number 8 is maybe making the deep run, both center backs maybe looking the ball, anticipating the ball here, and now what your striker can do, like a small curved run behind, or your number 11 can make the run, even number 10 can make the run, you lob the ball here. And again, if the opponent gets the ball first, they are in difficult position to continue the play, you can apply pressure immediately and maybe win the ball back if you are not the first one on the ball. Pattern 5, Kevin De Bruyne cross. Let's remove this one. Again, the most simple setup, yet very few teams apply it. And if you have watched Kevin De Bruyne and Manchester City play, you probably know what I'm talking about. So the opponent here, low block again, 8, 11, 9, 10, our strikers like this. Again, you are building up, you're trying to create chance multiple ways, maybe circulating, maybe sometimes playing the winger, maybe getting the ball in the half space. And a common situation when you get to execute the De Bruyne pass is maybe that you have ball up in the wide, maybe the opponent is already inside the box and you have players pushing up, but you feel, oh, it's not yet good opportunity to deliver the ball, maybe there's not enough space. Then what you can do is maybe your midfielder is dropping a bit and you play the ball a bit further away from the box, and what usually happens is that the opponent is pushing up like this. And now the same moment the opponent is pushing up, maybe with one touch, or maybe taking one touch and with the second touch, you cross the ball around this area. So behind the penalty box, not too close to the goalkeeper, and with right foot in swinger, something like that. And you have your winger attacking there, you have your number 10 attacking there, maybe number 9 is again making a bit curved run, and it's difficult for defenders because at the same time they need to watch the ball, but attackers are usually coming from the blind side, so you have an advantage when you are attacking the ball. If you like patterns like this and want to build brave, fast and competitive players, check the link in the description and join the Football Coaching Hub. Watch this video next because YouTube thinks you like it, and we will see in the next one.